Hi everyone, my name is Sarah Elizabeth Segrest. I also go by Sarah Elizabeth Johnson, and I'm making this video because you might know me from my reconnection video with my birth mother in Vietnam when I reconnected with her in December. And if you know me from that, or you follow like my YouTube channel, or maybe you don't know, but I kind of just wanted to speak about like my emotions of like that whole process because I haven't done that yet. Um, to be honest, I do truly believe that everything happens for a reason. And it's just one of those things that when I found out from Kyle Lay, so Kyle Lay was the guy who helps me find her. But I remember exactly like where I was at. I was actually in Carrollton, Texas, getting uh, like matcha with one of my friends when I got the text that he had found my birth mother. And at the time, I lived in Fort Worth. And so Carrollton to Fort Worth is probably about a 30-minute drive. And I remember Kyle saying, "Hey, like we're about to go to your mom's house, and we you need to be ready to like answer this call." I think that I don't from like that drive from Carrollton down to Fort Worth. I honestly don't recall any of my emotions except just being anxious. I was very eager to get home, but also I was thinking, what if when I meet her, she doesn't like me? What if, what if she doesn't really want to like have a relationship with me? And so like all of these like thoughts just flooded my mind, and I think that's like completely normal to think that. But I remember when I hopped on that video call and I saw her face, I was just so overwhelmed with emotions. And I do know that, if you were to watch the video, you might be thinking, oh, like Sarah didn't really show that much emotion. And it's just one of those situations that, everyone handles things differently. For me, I was in utter like disbelief that this happened so soon. And I think the reason I just didn't really say too much is because my mind couldn't keep up and process everything that was just now happening. Because Kyle and I had actually connected 2 days before he found her. And so processing that, I was looking for my birth mom to actually finding her in 2 days was just something that was so hard to believe. And when I saw my mom on the screen for the first time, I just knew. I knew she was my mom. It was one of those feelings that you're like, no doubt about it, 100%. I know that this is like my mom, and I know it's like the woman who gave birth to me. And even when I reunited with her in person, I still felt the same emotions. I do think that when we hugged for the first time in person, that is a memory that I will never forget. And even though I didn't say much, I think my heart felt so much. And I think it's okay. And I think society will be like, oh, you always need a reaction to something. But that's not always life. It was just one of those pure moments and just something so immense and huge. And the only thing that you can really do is just live in that moment and hold on to it. And I think that's really what I did. Um, so I think that's all I kind of want to say on everything right now. I'll probably make more videos to talk about like my reunion, also like my adoption story and just like things I've gone through. But I think for now, I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, all of my advice is to everyone who watches this is to just live in the moment, savor the moments that you are currently living. And it's okay if you're not very vocal about everything. Sometimes we feel so much that the mouth can't even speak. So it's okay if that's you. And I want you to know that just be your authentic self.